Sheila, you've been talking to the company. Look, the big question I'm trying to figure out, particularly with Boeing, is how does the company get through this huge sort of gap in liquidity that it faces at the moment? Dave Calhoun talking about the idea that maybe all options are still on the table. How do you see it happening?
So they talked about continuing to look at accessing government funding or private funding, whatever that might be. I think the reason why the stock is up, there's three things, and that's partially helping the liquidity situation, right? As one, cash was slightly better. The cash use, 4.7, was slightly better than our expectations of around $5 billion of use in Q1. They cut production rates, which was largely anticipated given Airbus had done the same, but they weren't as bad as feared. The 787 is cut to about 7 a month. 777 is cut to about 3 a month in terms of production and deliveries. And then third, we got some positive news on the MAX, although, how much merit there is to that still TBD given the delays we've seen in the certification, where we've talked about the MAX being recertified somewhat in the mid-year timeframe and deliveries restarting up in the second half. And so management on the earnings call just now mentioned that they're going to deplete their 400 unit of inventory of the MAXs within 1 year of deliveries restarting. So that'll be a big part of helping alleviate this cash stress that they have on their hands right now.
In the meantime, do you think the bond market's going to be the route that Dave Calhoun goes down? Do you think that is the most likely course of action in terms of trying to raise short-term liquidity? Or do you think ultimately they are going to have to go to government?
I think it depends. They have 2 days to decide, and it remains unclear. It definitely seems like the bond market is more open than it was a month ago, so they have a bit more options. Obviously, government funding is there, and we've seen airlines access that liquidity market. So TBD, it depends how large private funding is available, how much private funding is available.